is Andreas, and we're just loading this game in. Here we go. Remember where we was? Spintires, and we was trying to load this truck, but there was no physical means to load it here, because of course we don't have a crane. However, I was just going to try one more location. Further back. The camera angles are a bit strange on this game because they're you know, they're tied in with just like you move the mouse and it's like you're attached on a straight boom to the vehicle. Alright, I remember those stumps being there. So maybe it may be dependent on the vehicle, but generally when you stop next to this type of a wood pile, you'll get a box around it, a rectangular box, that'll tell you how you can load your vehicle. But this type of a circle round is generally for singular loading of logs, but I don't think it's going to let me load this truck. It's been quite some time since I played the whole game. I mean, I've just made like 3 videos, but I haven't played spawn short logs. That would be on, you know, we can't actually load them on the vehicle though. Let's get the diff lock on, the handbrake off. This truck is particularly useless to us. I might just leave it there and just jump on to the next 130 we've got. I'll just leave it in the ditch here rather than driving it about. I like the way the guy goes to sleep in the vehicle as well. When you, if I can show him. Oh, you can't really see. That's it. He folds his arms, look, and puts his head down. And now you can wake him up with a toot on the horn. So leave him for a while. And they'll go back to sleep. There he is. It's wrong. Wake up! Go! Right, anyway, so we're going to go to the other 130 we have. These two are laid on the side. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's the orange truck, I think. Yeah. And it's this one. Yeah, these two are the ones who are laid on the sides. Oh no. Oh, they were last time I left them. And I can't actually start the engines to get them to right themselves, I don't think. So that's advanced mode, and of course there's no hitching points available. So the only two trucks I have is this one it's kiosk, and perhaps this one, which isn't far from the orange truck, of course. We can safely see the other orange truck. Oh, it's well behind us. Well, I was just going to try and make it round on this road to this cloaking point, I suppose. See where this takes us. Not that you need to open the cloaking points, it's a good idea to do it, but it's not necessary to completing the task. So I have indeed before done the whole task, gotten the goods to the required places without having done all of the cloak, undone the cloak, and then simultaneously gone on to doing the cloaking afterwards. Right, so that looks like it's all heavily forested. I'm not going to try it at night time anyway. One of the things I forgot to do was when I started the game up was to leave it to run through to the following morning, of course. So whilst we have got a night time to wait, I might as well take it up onto the main road, which I believe is just that through the gap there. And we'll drive around the main road. So it's a weird camera angle. You can't really see the cloaking point as well at night time, whereas if it was just beyond those trees and daytime you would see daylight all around it. I think that is it over there, to be honest with you. Look, there's an unusual shroud of darkness up that way. I'm not sure whether I've got my lights on. I don't think I have I? Lights. I'm trying all different keys. Oh, there it is, H. Makes sense. Yeah, there's a real, like, eerie blackness about it. When you come to the point where the cloaking is, you just have a look on the map again. So we're not even facing where the point of the cloaking is. Well, yeah, but we're not close enough to it. Looks like this road round here, and then just off the road you'll find it. But what my intention to do is, as far as I remember from the last time I played this game, I've missed a bit of road out there, so I may just drive back down there. This road, as far as I know, is an oval, and also the best garage to get cracked open to begin with is this one, and I believe it is up. There's a fast running creek at this side and it's up a hill, which is, it winds up like this to the, it doesn't look far, but it's quite a ways when you're struggling to get it. Struggling to get up a steep hill. He's gone. Kill a bit of time till the morning by going down this road and getting that black area. Maybe see if we can get all the way around the road. And we'll turn the diff lock off whilst we're driving on the road. Then we won't damage our vehicle. We should ideally take the chains off as well. I don't know why they need all the street lights on, the road lights on a road like this in the middle of nowhere, in the outback, wherever it is, in the wilderness. You would be lucky to get one lamp, you know, every twice or three times the distance that this one is. You would, just as you go under one, you'd just barely be able to spot the other one in the distance. I wouldn't expect them to be. I mean, there must be an area like this that the map maker's decided he's basing his model on, but unless it's from his own mind, just an open map design. But to put lamps either side, like as if they were street lamps, we don't have this many lamps in my city where I live. You actually get maybe one at that side, and then somewhere down the road, in the same, or in the next pool of light, you get one at that side of the road. So you get one at the left and then one at the right. On lesser travelled roads especially, and they've got houses back off them, you know. And then and some other streets, like in the actual city itself, you do have lights both sides of the streets, but then again they are staggered as well, so that the pools are not opposite each other like these lampposts. And matching one on the other side of the street. It's very neat pattern and everything else, but you know, just seems a bit too much lighting for a road like this in the middle of nowhere. And you see things popping in. Alright, remember this bridge. As well. There's over the fast flowing creek. Look that way. Oh no! Oh god. Ah god. Let's stop and have a look. You can't see anything because of obviously pitch black, but I nearly fell off the road. I forgot there was a gap in the middle of the bridge. And there's another lumber yard down to the right. On this road, as far as I remember. We're up there, of course. There's the creek. Skip 18 hours, 28 minutes. This will drain 66 litres of fuel. No. Oh, you can actually skip the night. Whilst we've got a little bit of night time, let's just drive round. In fact, we might just put it to sleep. I've forgotten about that. You wouldn't think I've spent 40 odd hours in this game, would you? But it was, you know, like I think even last year. Right, let's slam the handbrake on. Let's turn the engine off. Turn the lights off. Yeah, he's gone to sleep. We'll bring up the map. It's 2:51. Let's just move it forwards to 5:30. Oh, we can only go to 5. Oh, we can go as far as we want. We'll go to 5:30. So this will drain 9 litres of fuel. No, it won't, because the engines are off. Where will it drain 9 litres of fuel? Let's just go and have a look, see if I've left any engines running. Those two vehicles are off. I never started that one. Engine start engine, it says. The 130. One that I left by the start engine. Okay. Start engine. So that one's still not used. That's the one we're in. That's the other truck. That's start engine, so the engine's not running in that one. So there's only this one. And the engine's not running in that one. It says start engine. So how will that? Seven litres fuel. Go on then, let's do it. Right. You just woke up. Hey. Where's the next cloaking point? Oh, Logs Kiosk is there. Oh, I knew this was a ring road, as it were. And I think that is the entrance. That you can go along and move and go back where we've just come to get up to this garage that's in the middle. There's like an inner dirt road, but it is blocked, and it goes through the ford and all sorts of things. That's the river down there. And that's the slime road. And I think we're nearly back on ourselves. Should have maybe brought that orange truck up. Yeah, well, we are nearly there, look, you see. So I knew before we turn that bend, that's where we can actually get up to the garage, or is it just about here? One of the two. Clocking is just by the road there, so before the bridge. There's the cloak, you can see it in the daytime. So what we'll do is we'll just try and turn off here and go down and do that cloak. It looks as though it was easier to get from the other side. I'll just make sure that I've got this. We have got the road undone, so we might as well just go back a little bit. Before we go off road. Get our diff locker engaged. Generally you would, I think, as far as I know, one of the very few times I've done it, you would stop your vehicle before you engage diff lock. You know, let the axles stop and let the gearbox stop rolling. Cloaking removed, so the effect on the map is this. And I believe where there's some more vehicles to be found. I wasn't far off. I think they may be up there somewhere. But this big road here is treacherous. Should maybe go and get the garage. Where's the other vehicles? We'll go up to the garage. We'll go and try and get this other cloaking off. We'll go around that way. Cloaking, garage, and then we'll go and help the other vehicles out of their stuck. Sounds like a plan. To turn round in there. And we could also do with refueling. We have got fuel in the back. I've only got 3 litres left. Actually in the vehicle. Oh no, sorry, we haven't. We've got 111 for half a tank. I thought that was a bit strange. I was reading the 3 litres per minute we're using. And you can't look up, you know, that's the thing. You can't look too... I want to look up just here. I want to look up there. But I can't, because unless I suppose I get the camera angle right on the van, the vehicle pointing in the right direction and all that. Turn the street lights off now. You're all banging on about how you shouldn't be wasting fuel. And yet they're leaving all these lights on. Costing fuel somewhere, power station. Probably bending another forest each day. In order to keep the lights on around here. There is nobody else on the road. Right, we're looking for where this other cloaking point is. We should see it off to the left somewhere. And certainly by the time we see the bridge. Because of the way we're going. Oh, we're miles away. We've got to go around this bend. Yeah, it's up there, look. Forgot to turn my diff lock off. The first time I played this though, I didn't record it, stream it, make any videos on it or anything. I just played it. Oops. I am an immersive gamer in the sense that I like to spend a long time playing a game rather than just dip in here for an hour and then go and do something else. Although I do that as well. It feels like I've gone round the corner. Yes, I have, and there's the point. In fact, as I remember right, this road that we can go up to get this cloak in, it takes us round. If you want to Percy, what's his name? We're going round through the trees and that, because it's not thick, not too thick foliage. You can actually get somewhere that away. So the effects of that cloaking is, of course, it opens up all the rest of that. This pass here is very difficult to get across, or to get around here, and then the road winds up. It's it looks a lot steeper than it is on the map. It seems to go like that when you're driving up it. You'll see. I don't want that on. Over to that side of the road is this crossing, which, as far as I remember, isn't too bad actually. It is quite hard to get across that bit of the road there, even though it looks shallower. That's quite deep as well, and I have been that way around this island, and you can actually drive across this top nose and up here as well. But, you can also drive around this bit of water and across here. We're just going to continue up across the bridge though, and we'll go and have a look at the garage. We can actually stop on the bridge this time. Puts a lot of strain on the bridge when you do that. They often say on these types of bridges, on crossings, you know, you're driving across. Oh, look at that. Do not stop on the bridge. I'm trying to reverse. We should turn the lights off. It's 9:30 in the morning, but 20 to 10 look. Time's just there. 9:42. don't know if you've quite seen all of the screen. I'll try and sort that out for the next time round. Yeah, I think I've got my my screen on a slightly different size to what I should have had. How's it going? We've gone past it. We was going to the garage. Right. It looks innocent enough. You think, yeah, it's just down there and up that road. You can see the garage in the distance with the lights on the thing, but that water's running really fast through there. Let's get the diff lock on. There's a rickety bit of wood of a bridge. We'll try and keep the speed on. And we're stuck. So we can get the anchors on. And the fact that we found the location won't give us any accolade at all. We just get there and it'll just say so what. Oh, but we have found the vehicle. This is the one that I wanted. This is the repair vehicle. I could deliver these points to this garage, and this is the most central garage and the best one to use actually. It gives one garage point if I decide I want to give those points away. And also this one has got how many points on board? But it's the vehicle to use for sure when you're actually pulling stuff out of a ravine. Let me just... Well, Garage points required. Garage unavailable 0 4, we know this. Let's just check the map. It is the most central garage, far enough away from that one. I believe there might be another garage around here somewhere, but no, there can't be because it's already shown on the map, isn't it? We'll just go and rescue, I think. We'll use this one to go and rescue these 2 vehicles here. Which means us driving down that heavy road. Wanted just to make sure that there was the engine was not running. We could unload one garage pump, but then again we might need stuff. We'll leave this vehicle here anyway. And basically, as long as we don't roll this one over, it should be good for anything. Especially the muddy road. Saying that I can't stop it at the moment. It's just sliding down the hill on its own. Oops. This is more of a lag stroke latency with my PC issue than a driving error. If you like, unless I can possibly look forwards and see where I'm slipping off the road. Trying to keep the videos to about an hour long. Also, I use some of the night on this one, so it may be that it's a little bit longer, I don't know. I think this is the road I need to be turning off at. And we might even see that other cloaking point as we go up here. So we're just checking we've got all the diff lock, all wheels and diff lock on. So one of the things that does pose a problem for this truck is the rocks, funnily enough. When you get those rocks at the side, it's up on the side of the road there. Obviously steep inclines as well when you've got the vehicle sideways on. You can get any of these vehicles stuck. The But to what extent you do depends on how careful you are. Like the two vehicles that I'm going to go and rescue, I was tired and wasn't really thinking when I just went and pushed them up into this little snicket and decided to start turning. And a simple manoeuvre turned into disaster, which is how it goes. It's the same when you play most games. I've just recently been playing State K2, and you go out with a plan, and then the plan doesn't come to fruition because you just decide to go and maybe, well, a call comes in, there are some abstract elements to a mission. You don't know when you go out, it will say, can you just help me quick, I'm getting killed. So that gives you the opportunity of having somebody else with you, so you take the opportunity to go and rescue them, and next thing you know, you're in dire need yourself. This game would have been better if they hadn't gone for all the weird camera angles, or they would have given us a choice, you know. Have the weird camera angles for some extra points, if that's what they say is core to the game's, you know, the game's makeup, they like it. Well then, give us the camera version where you can just sit and watch, you know, either in cab, out of cab, and just have control of your camera free. Well, we've gone past the cloaking point, haven't we? So these vehicles are just around this corner. See the garage up in the distance there? See the lights from the garage? I was going to try and drive onto this bit straight to the left of this vehicle, but the land had other ideas. Been better for the turn into here, which I think I need to make. Yeah. You see how wet the mud is. The Jeep's probably going to be the worst one for wear there. The only problem with this is I haven't got the room to manoeuvre, so I might have to push first the Jeep I mean, I could just cheat and let them and recover them to the garage, to the nearest garage that I've got on, but I'd have to put 4 points on that other garage in order to get it. and I think it's a bit of a cheat that, so you know, I don't like to teleport my vehicles. "19 damage. Right, so if I can just get the other one. I think I'm actually on the tree. And pull the back end round a bit more. That might make it. Hooray! Right. So I'm thinking that this vehicle might not even run. I'll just pull it close to the just out of the way. Just be careful where I'm going. Let me try. I think this one can use some of its own points to repair itself. Sounds a bit broken as well, doesn't it? Just wanted it more out of the way. Without the risk of it falling down. Yeah, that'll do. In its advanced mode, repair. Well, it'll take all of its own points. I won't repair it just yet. We'll do a similar sort of procedure on this one. because I can't get into there where those trees are, we'll try and push the front end round. Or maybe, well, if I tried to drag it, I'd probably get myself stuck up the hill there. But dragging won't damage my truck or the other truck, will it? Whereas pushing might. But, don't know. It's not going anywhere, is it? And all I'm doing is digging myself a rut. We'll try and tow the front end around. Probably a better way of doing it. Should do it. Maybe a little bit more, mind you. It's that rock. These down awkward camera angles. And then if I can maybe just use the winch. I'm trying to get a high point on the vehicle to pull it over. I don't think that's the best place to do it. But the only other point I've got is central on the axle at the back of the truck itself. Nope. Okay, let's stop with that one. Just going to pull the trail around. See if we can get our brakes on. Okay. That's because it's on the top of the crane actually. Central on the only other, oh, that might be the best one, unless it's gone onto a tree. Yeah, it's gone onto a tree. Okay, Kincaid. Let's try that one then. Thing is, I don't want to pull it round again. The front wheel's digging in to the ground, which is a good sign. And once we can flip the front of the truck, the trailer should follow. Yep. Brilliant. And we'll just get this one. Backed out a little. I think I would rather turn around up there if I had a, you know, quite a choice. Which I do. We don't need that little Jeep anymore, apart from maybe just to go on recon to get the, you know, the black areas off. We haven't found a proper log man yet, a log kiosk. I don't think. Log kiosk. It is there, look. That is the one that I was going on about a while ago, but I didn't know it was there until we'd, you know, effectively cleared the. I think you have to take the big truck in there. It's the one where the B130 wouldn't load up. This one will, I'm sure. However, there is another one just around here somewhere. So, and another one around here somewhere. Log kiosk, yeah. If I can just drive down here with the other truck, repair. I've got spare wheel points on this 100. I have no damage on this. it just may give you a higher finishing set of points when you repair your other vehicles. The state of repair of all of the vehicles might be an issue. It's just I think you can't chain 3 vehicles together for towing. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I've just moved it back here from the perspective that it's going to be easier to go to that vehicle. Somebody's engine's running. Would be just out of the whack. Right, I'm not moving it again. We want this 4320. It thinks I'm trying to draw a line on the map. So the engine stops. Turn the handbrake off about 3 times. Anyway, we're coming up, we're well past the hour actually, 8 minutes past. And what I want to do is to cut there. It's coming to tea time on the map, so you can argue they're all going to sit and have the sandwiches. This hasn't got really any damage on it at all. It only fell over, you know, 200. Right, okay, it's about a third of the vehicle's health, but it's not that bad. And repairing the 100 with the little Jeep won't really do anything. The other truck up there, however, has got enough points to repair all these vehicles as far as I know. But what I am going to do is I'm going to sort of like leave it there and get the screen sorted out, because as you can see on your screen, your visible screen, you can't see the word advanced down here, but you see where my arrow's going off the screen. I've still got another inch of screen below this. So I don't know what's going on there. I've obviously messed up a little bit on the streamer settings. Anyway, never mind, I'll get it sorted and I'll be back with you. So we'll make sure the trucks are turned off. Just out of the range. Anyway, I think all the trucks are turned off. and I am going to shut the game down for a short while. So I will see you in the next episode. We'll come back and we'll skip through the night as well, the next one, so we don't have to sit through that darkness. We've got no other roads we really want to cover. It was okay when we drove in this morning because we were just going around the tarmac and there was no real danger. But once you're up in the forests and trying to see where you are, of course, you can't really see what you're doing when it's dark. So I think they even have a limit on these, unless they haven't got lights, work lights and things like that. They won't, unless you just sat loading vehicles. I mean, I've done that before. In the previous game, I loaded everything with the crane here on the truck, and never once resorted to that fast load thing. As you can see, that I haven't really teleported these vehicles to the garage, back to the starting garage, because they would have gone all the way back to. Oops. No. I don't understand why it wants to use fuel either, unless it's talking about fuel that's maybe being used at the garage. But it would put you all the way back to this starting garage, you know. And I could have reset the vehicles to there, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, this is Andreas. Thank you very much for watching the video. Like and subscribe, anything you can do to support the channel would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you in the next episode.
Yeah!